on Sunday after the MSU game, John was talking about what Phil Martelli said to them. They said that Phil asked them if they were shooting the ball, trusting that it would go in, versus shooting it to kind of shoot it. Is that something that you've maybe noticed, or is that something you've discussed as a staff?
We just want our guys, when they have an open shot, just shoot it with confidence and shoot it. Don't hesitate. If you're open, take the shot. If you're not, look to pass it. The third option is drive it.
Do you think that's happening less now than it was maybe in November, or have you not noticed a difference?
No, the key is basically just try to give them clarity and keep it simple for them so they don't overthink it. Every player wants to make the right decision with the basketball. They don't want to go out of the offense and feel like they're hunting for their shots or hunting for their points or anything like that. But how our offense is designed, we share the game. So you have an open shot, take it. Coach trusts it. Make or miss, we live with the results.
Jonathan?
Coach, what do we need to do to find more consistency from Brooks and DeJulius going into tomorrow and going forward?
They're just fine. They'll be all right. They're workers. Their mindset is to figure out, find solutions on how they can, help the team, and they have the right mindset, right attitude. Our film sessions has been some of the best teaching, whether it's individual film sessions or if it's a team film session, which that's some of the best learning there is when it comes to basketball. And those two guys are super positive, and so I trust they will do well for us, and they've done it, throughout the season.
And how's the development coming with Austin Davis?
Well, Austin has been a big punch for us off the bench. He knows the model, and he lives by it too. I never have to worry about putting him in and he's not ready. He's shown it with all the hard work that he's put in practice, in games, being in tune to what's happening on the floor, communicating with our guys when they come off the timeouts, being a positive leader. But when a guy is just wired the right way, good things happen, and that's Austin Davis.
Chris?
Transition defense, you guys gave up, I think, 21 points. Talk about, more than anything, just the entire season, how you feel about your transition defense. Yeah,
that was one of the areas where Michigan State, really beat us up on is transition. Giving up 21 points, and it's not like we don't have the habits of, getting back in transition and eliminating those points. Our job was we had, bad communication, a lack of communication, where, some of their guys were able to get open for three or get to the basket because maybe we had two guys to the ball. But we saw it on film yesterday. Guys saw it. They went and watched it, after the game, on the bus, in their apartments, in the hotel. And that's the beauty of our team. Our guys are so wired to try to search and see how they can get better. And it's great that they enjoy watching film and trying to figure out how to find answers on where we can get better in.
Ash?
Is there any update on Isaiah?
No update yet, no. We're just praying that he continues to keep healing day by day, and which he is. He's improving day by day, and we're going to see how it goes from there.
And then going back to a couple of questions ago in regards to consistency with Franz especially, but any true freshman, is that one of the biggest struggles to find consistency at the college level, and how do you get over that hump as a player?
Well, it's hard playing basketball in general. You have teams that scout you like we scout them, and we try to take away areas of where teams are strong at, and try to take away some of the players' strengths and force them to go other directions with the ball, or make sure we're contesting every shot. And so in time, your confidence will get better when you see the ball go through the net. When you have a coach that will probably run a play for you every now and then. But overall, he's doing what we need. And he's such a smart player. He will figure it out. It's not like he's not giving us the production. He is. The coach got to do a better job of getting more involved.
Matt?
Yeah, especially if Isaiah is out, what do you see as some of the pros and cons of going to those two big lineups versus going a little smaller, and what dictates that decision on your end?
Well, it's basically based on the scouting report, personnel, and reading the game.
So is that dependent on the opposing team, or is that sort of just on your personnel at the moment?
Just all of the above, yeah.
Noah?
Purdue, Matt Harms, one of you guys who was a couple inches of height on John Teskey. What have you sort of seen from him on film and sort of how they use him, especially defensively?
Well, they use him both on the perimeter and in the low block. I've seen where he's posted up a lot. I've seen actions where he's ducked in, on a high-low pass. And I've seen a few pick and pop shots. I've seen where teams sag off on him, and he's been able to make them pay from the outside. He's a very skilled player for his size, and it's nothing new with Purdue. It's, they've always had a guy who's pretty much similar to in height, and they always had a guy who shown has an inside presence. So we just have to be ready to take away some of those duck ends and high-low passes and stuff like that. But it's hard to do. I mean, because they're very creative with their offense and with the misdirections and surprising you with a few duck ends here and there.
Andrew?
Juwan, you said Isaiah's day-to-day, so has a decision been made for tomorrow yet, or is it truly?
Actually, a decision hasn't been made at all. I mean, they've been in school. I've been locked in a lot of film on Purdue and just been focused on that, on how we can get better as a team, writing up the practice plan, having the coaches meeting, sprinkling in a little workout here and there, passing out donuts. It's been a long day. I haven't thought about it.
And then I know you always say next man up, but does the offense sort of have to change when he's out versus someone else filling in that spot, or can you feel you can run the same things?
Next man up, and we have a group and a team, and more importantly, a group of guys on that roster that knows our sets, and I feel very comfortable with who goes in the game, and I'm also confident on when the ball is in certain guys' hands, they're going to make the right decision with it.
James?
Juwan, it's a small sample size, but through 3 Big Ten games, I think you guys are giving up 83 points on 48% shooting. I guess where can you guys improve on that end of the floor?
You said 83 points, 43% shooting?
48% shooting.
48?
Yep.
Yeah, actually last game was very disappointing to see that, we allowed 54% they shot. And then we eliminated the points in the paint. We beat them in that category. Took care of the basketball, but the transition buckets was critical. So, our defense will improve, and I trust it will.
And I guess in your opinion, what separates maybe a good defense from a great defense?
Excuse me?
What separates a good defense from a great defense? I mean, is there like another level from like?
I tell you one thing: when you get a win, that's what that makes you feel like, you know what? You've done something right. Your defense, feel like it's helped you. When you get a loss, you feel like, okay, well, my defense let me down. That's sort of how we are wired as former player and now head coach.
Anybody else?
Juwan, how has Cole Badgema, progressed over the last, say, couple weeks in practice? What have you seen from him?
I've seen some improvement. He's getting better. He's been working hard, and he's in the gym now, getting up shots, and practice hasn't started yet. He continued to work hard in practice, which I know he will. Teammates has been great as far as helping them learn the system. Teammates been also great with helping him just overall build his confidence, be very encouraging. His teammates been great leaders to a freshman, and Cole has bought in, and he's been extremely patient. He's a super competitive guy. Yes, he wants to play like all our guys do. All 15 want to play. He's going to keep improving, and I trust he will.
Being a freshman, I mean, is that a hurdle to getting more time, kind of just knowing where to be on both ends of the floor? Or is there something you can?
Well, you're speaking to a guy who was a freshman back in the day, so I don't know if it's typically where freshmen they play late or freshmen don't play. I play right away. Jalen played right away. Chris played right away. So that was because I guess Coach felt and trusted that we were ready. We were ready to go. But you definitely have to earn your playing time in practice.
Okay, Coach, that's going to wrap it up.
Yep.